Hi everybody, I'm Tim Bulot. Welcome to WeaponsAcademy.com. We've got a third progression pistol today out here at Weapons Academy. This is an advanced tactical pistol class. This combines our shooting skills with our ability to maneuver. Maneuverability and survivability go hand in hand, and that's what this class is all about. Oh, by the way, I'm shooting this introduction on tape. I just now found out that tape cameras were obsolete, so I didn't get that message. Anyway, we'll be back. Just real quick, I'll give me about 10 minutes here, and just to kind of give you the concept upon which this class is built, the stones upon which it's built. Okay, so number one and number two, they kind of isolate certain specific fundamentals, and then as you progress through, each one becomes significantly more or slightly more advanced than the previous one. Okay, it's like what we ended up with in progression 2, we certainly couldn't have started out with in progression 1. It just doesn't work that way, so they have to build. In 3, we start bringing them all together and start talking about, you know, shootings and gunfights and things of that nature. Now, what's the big difference between a shooting and a gunfight? Which one would be more stationary and more brief? Okay, if I have a bad guy and I just pull out, put a couple of rounds on him, it's down, that's more of a shooting. But if I have, say, multiple suspects or mobile suspects and we're moving position, exchanging fire, or we have a barricaded person in a position of advantage that's shooting at us and we're shooting back, etc., trying to get our people into position in order. That's kind of the difference between a gunfight and a shooting. Okay, so you have to address both, and you know there might be a little gray overlap where one overlaps into the other. Okay, so if I just one-on-one on a traffic stop and we exchange rounds and he runs around the other side of the car and I run to the other side and then we exchange rounds again, is that a shooting or is it a gunfight? Well, it could be. It has aspects of both. Okay, so that's where that overlap comes in, and all of your training and survivability techniques have that overlap in them. They're not categorized in one certain category. Okay, it's like, can I use a baton in a lethal force situation? Yes or no? Yes. Yeah, I can. Okay. Is it the best thing to use? Is it best to use a baton against a knife or my handgun against a knife? Handgun. Probably a handgun. But am I wrong if I use the baton? No. If you win, you're not wrong. If you die, you made a mistake. Okay. So that's that gray overlap area. Okay. So in all of survival training is that way. When I go from here to here, that's an aggressive move. Okay? I'm fixing to produce a pistol that may take a human life. So there's nothing passive about it. So when I make that move, a little bit of snap, a little bit of aggression in it. Okay? So that's like the first part, is when I go from here to here. And then from here to here, is that an aggressive move also? Yes. Absolutely. Okay? This is not aggressive. That's range training, okay? That's what we got to get out of the habit of doing, okay? So I want you to be aggressive, but I want you to give me this. Up! Up! You got two options. You can shuffle, or you can cross. It just kind of depends on your room. Now, this is not acceptable, okay? This is not acceptable in any environment. You just can't do that, not even out here. So, if I shift right, I break it down, it's 1, 2. Notice, as I'm planning on 2, I'm on target. My draw is complete. If I shift left on a straight line, you can cross in front, but it keeps you more on line if you cross behind. And I'm square to my target. I'm not here aiming there. I'm square to my target. So we have to put, I'm going hot on this one, guys. So we have to put that in there, but watch how I break my shot. Stand by. I'm going to shift right. Threat! Good. So it's like I isolated the cross, and then I isolated the shot. I'm going to shift left. Stand by. Threat! Good. I'm going to shift right. Stand by. Threat! Loading! Okay, so you see how I broke those down in such a way where one didn't interfere with the other one. Okay, so I made my shot stay consistent. I executed a perfect foot maneuver, a good draw. Now, sure, I could have done it more aggressive, but that's not the point. The point is